If you ever felt like your surgical career has turned into an assembly line, you're not imagining it. It didn't happen overnight, and it didn't happen by accident. Let me walk you through how one of the most skilled professions in medicine got reduced to throughput. I'm Dr. Tyler Goldberg, founder of NAOCA, and I've lived through the exact shift you're feeling today. This is the story of how orthopedics, little by little, became a factory and why it doesn't have to stay that way. When I started training, orthopedics felt like the best kept secret in medicine. We had independence, we had professional respect, reasonable reimbursement, time spent with patients, margin in our week, the freedom to practice our craft. You were valued for your results and your judgment, not for your speed. Our outcomes were transformational, and the system treated us accordingly for a while. The turning point was the Medicare Physician Fee Schedule and RVU-based reimbursement. Here's the quiet truth behind it. No one who designed that system understood orthopedics. They didn't understand the risk, the complexity, the years of training, the outcomes that ripple for decades. They understood one thing. That one thing is budget neutrality. So instead of value, they measured us in work RVUs. They measured us in the conversion factor, facility fees, bundles, downstream revenue. And from that moment forward, orthopedics took a downhill trajectory. And you know what happened next? Hospitals became revenue centers. Administrators multiplied, surgeons became providers. And the incentives flipped. Hospitals, well, they wanted predictable output. They wanted more joints per OR day. They wanted efficient turnovers, higher downstream revenues, lower costs per case, maximized OR utilization, and you, the surgeon, well, you just became a lever that they pulled. The system didn't ask you to be exceptional, it just asked you to be more efficient. That's how assembly lines are built. This is where it got really painful. You went from being valued for your expertise to being valued for your productivity. Your worth, well, it became how fast you can operate, how many patients you can see in a clinic day, how many cases you can stack on, how many notes you can finish, how little trouble you caused the system. Your weeks got fuller, your margins got thinner, your schedule got tighter, and your energy, well, it got drained. At some point, every surgeon feels it. I didn't train this long to be treated like a factory worker. The emotional toll we have on us, it's real. This assembly line model, it produces burnout, resentment, rush surgery, rush clinics, declining satisfaction, increased errors, physical exhaustion, emotional detachment, and the worst yet, it makes exceptional surgeons feel average. Not because they are, but because the model forces them to behave like a commodity. You can't fight an assembly line by working harder. You fight it by changing the model. That's what Concierge Orthopedics did for me. It just simply gave me my time, intention, margin, control, identity. And NAOCA exists to give surgeons a path out without blowing up their career. It's not going to blow up your hospital relationships or your sanity. You don't have to practice like a robot. You can practice like a surgeon again. If you're feeling this, if you know your career has turned into an assembly line, you don't have to stay that way. I'm Tyler Goldberg. Email me at founder@orthopedic-concierge.com. Tell me where you're stuck, one surgeon to another.